Izin Ya Arif, pendengaran permohonan untuk menerima masuk dan mendaftaraikan Pempetisyen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya secara sidang video. Dengan izin Ya Arif, perbicaraan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan. Hakim bersidang hari ini
Izin Ya Arif,
pendengaran permohonan Ahmad Farid bin Wan Salleh. Dengan izin Ya Arif, Pempetisyen pertama WA 1816012021 Ku Zongling. Silakan P1.
Dengan izin dan Arif, nama saya Ku Zongling, Pempetisyen pertama.
Dipersilakan Cikgu Bun Huan.
Selamat pagi Yang Arif. Dengan izin, saya Ku Bun Han hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen pertama Ku Zongling pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur akan memperkenalkan diri masing-masing. Silakan.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, Izni Alina Zainal bagi pihak yang berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, Iskandar Putra Ishak bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Ya Arif.
Ya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Kasturi Krishnan mewakili Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan juga Selangor pada pagi ini Yang Arif.
Ya.
Yang Arif, saya akan meneruskan ucapan saya. Pempetisyen Encik Ku Zongling dilahirkan pada tahun 1997 di Muar, Johor. Mendapat ijazah undang-undang di University of Leeds pada tahun 2019 dan kemudiannya menamatkan kursus latihan profesional bar di University of Manchester. Diterima masuk ke Honourable Society of Middle Temple. Selepas itu, beliau memulakan latihan dalam kamar di Tetuan Zul Rafiq and Partners di bawah bimbingan Che Fong Ling Catherine. Yang Arif, pada pagi ini yang ceria, Pempetisyen ingin mengambil kesempatan untuk merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada kedua-dua ibu bapanya, Encik Ku Kim Kao dan Puan Yo Mui Huan. Kedua-dua sedang menyaksikan prosiding ini melalui YouTube. Of course, beliau bersyukur atas kasih sayang tanpa syarat yang telah mereka berikan, terutamanya pendidikan yang terbaik telah diberikan kepada beliau. Tanpa inspirasi, dorongan dan sokongan ibu bapanya, sudah tentu beliau tidak akan berada di sini hari ini. Beliau juga berterima kasih kepada kakaknya Ku Lim Wei kerana sentiasa menjadi teladan yang baik dan juga memberi tunjuk ajar. Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada keluarganya kerana mempercayai dan tidak pernah berputus asa dengannya. Seterusnya Yang Arif, dan Pempetisyen juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua guru-guru yang telah mengajarnya serta mencurah kebijaksanaan mereka dan membimbing beliau ke arah kebenaran dan arah yang betul. Seterusnya, beralih kepada kawan-kawan Pempetisyen yang dikenali beliau semasa di zaman kanak-kanak, zaman sekolah, zaman A-level, zaman fakulti undang-undang dan juga bar school. Pempetisyen Ku Zongling ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada mereka untuk semua detik duka dan cita dan beliau menghargai semua kenangan yang telah dibuat bersama mereka. Oleh kerana kesuntukan masa, beliau memohon maaf kerana tidak dapat menamakan mereka satu persatu. Seterusnya, beliau juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua orang dalam firma Tetuan Zul Rafiq and Partners kerana menjadi rakan sekerja yang hebat dan baik, menyokongnya dan menjadikan masanya sebagai pelatih dalam kamar lebih mudah dilalui. Akhir sekali, Pempetisyen ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Cik Catherine Che dan Encik Jerry Ong atas bimbingan berterusan dan pemberian peluang kepada Pempetisyen untuk meneruskan kerjaya guamannya sebagai peguam di Zul Rafiq and Partners. Tidak kurang juga, beliau ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada saya, idola beliau. Yang Arif, saya amat yakin bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak dan sesuai untuk diterima masuk dan didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah yang mulia ini. Saya percaya semua kertas Pempetisyen adalah teratur dan rakan-rakan saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur masing-masing tidak ada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk menerima dan mendaftarkan Ku Zongling sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan oleh kerana semua kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Ku Zongling sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Ku Zongling dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Tempat Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Ku Zongling pempetisyen ini untuk menyarungkan jubah sendiri. Terima kasih Yang Arif. Amat segar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah.
Tahniah.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen kedua WA 1882012021 Vun Jiarok. Silakan P2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Vun Jiarok, pempetisyen kedua.
Dipersilakan Encik Lim.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lim Tian Long merupakan peguam pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen kedua. Bersama dengan saya, rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, pempetisyen Vun Jiarok dilahirkan di Kuala Lumpur. Beliau telah mendapat ijazah undang-undang dari Universiti Multimedia University di Melaka pada Julai 2000. Selepas itu, beliau bermula latihan dalam mahkamah di Tetuan Wee Chu Kiong and Faiz di bawah bimbingan Mr. Wee Chu Kiong. Sepanjang 9 bulan latihan dalam mahkamah tersebut, pempetisyen telah memperolehi pengalaman yang berharga dan telah terdedah kepada kesemua aspek undang-undang termasuk litigasi dan juga commencing. Pempetisyen bersyukur kepada Pupil Master Mr. Wee Chu Kiong dalam memberi bimbingan menambah baik kemahiran undang-undang dalam litigasi, bahasa dan membimbing beliau untuk menjadi peguam yang dihormati. Yang Arif, saya ingin untuk mengambil kesempatan ini untuk berterima kasih kepada Pupil Master Mr. Wee. Mr. Wee juga melupakan master saya di tahun 2007 dan Mr. Wee juga melupakan my master sehingga hari ini. Pempetisyen juga menghargai Mr. Wee Chu Jin melupakan peguam kanan dalam firma tersebut dalam memberi bimbingan kepada beliau. Terakhir Yang Arif, pempetisyen juga berterima kasih kepada rakan sekerjanya dalam memberi pertolongan sepanjang latihan dalam mahkamah tersebut. Yang Arif, saya percaya pempetisyen merupakan seorang yang layak dan sesuai untuk diterima masuk sebagai peguam salah dan peguam bela. Saya juga percaya semua kertas-kertas adalah teratur dan tiada bantahan dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Dengan ini saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk pempetisyen kedua diterima masuk dan didaftar sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Izin Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada sebarang bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan dan oleh kerana kertas kausa telah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan Menerima Masuk Vun Jiarot sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Vun Jiarot dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Saya dengan diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen kedua menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Tahniah.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen ketiga WA 18126-012021 Hu Chan Chun. P3 silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Ho Chan Chun, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Dipersilakan Cik Teo.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Teo Kai Chuan, Peguam Pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen ketiga, Ho Chan Cho. Bersama-sama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Ho Chan Chon. The petitioner Ho Chan Chon, fondly known to his friends as Jeff. The petitioner was born on 18 August 1997, the youngest child and only son of Mr. Ho Tin Chang and Miss Lo Gyok Hui, who are both in attendance today. Yang Arif, the petitioner had come a long way to be here with us today. The petitioner was graduated with a Bachelor of Laws degree from Cardiff University, United Kingdom, with second-class Honours Division 1 in 2019, and subsequently completed his bar professional training course in Cardiff University, where he was called to the Bar of England and Wales by Lincoln's Inn. In January 2021, the petitioner commenced his pupillage at Mrs. Izzat Khazran & Co. under the guidance of Mr. Ko Si-chia. On this memorable occasion, the petitioner would like to express his gratitude and appreciation to those who have been part of this journey with his. First of all, the petitioner would like to express his gratefulness to his parents. He is so blessed and honored to have both as his parents, supporting the petitioner in all the good and bad times. The petitioner would like to show his gratitude for the love and support over the years, without which he would not have been able to achieve this far in his life. It is the petitioner's humble wish that his parents are proud of his achievement to be the first lawyer in the family. Mr. Petitioner would also like to talk about his utmost appreciation to his pupil master, Mr. Ko Si-chia, for providing him with guidance and opportunities. Mr. Ko, the pupil master to the petitioner, was always there with him, patiently guide him for the past 9 months. Mr. Ko has helped to shape the petitioner, and his wisdoms have left a long-lasting impact on the petitioner. For this, the petitioner would also like to extend this gratitude to everyone at Mrs. Izzat Khazran & Co., whom the petitioner is grateful to have the opportunity to work with and learn from. The petitioner always believed that integrity and good character are key to accomplishment in life. This was well put by John Howe. Character is power. It makes friends, draws patronage and support, and opens the way to wealth, honor, and happiness. The petitioner would also like to express his deepest gratitude to his loved one who has given the petitioner unwavering support and encouragement. The petitioner would like to thank all his friends who have always been there for him and for always making sure that they are only one test away. The petitioner also seizes this opportunity to express his gratitude towards the Malaysian judiciary, of whom he had been given the privilege to appear before. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to thank me to move his call today. Yang Arif, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that the petitioner's papers are all in order and the parties concerned have no objection to this petition. Oleh itu, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya pempetisyen ketiga, Ho Chan Cho, diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pihak Peguam Negara tiada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tidak ada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Oleh kerana Peguam Negara, Bank Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan dan kertas-kertas telah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Ho Chan Chon sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Ho Chan Chon dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen keempat WA 18143022021 Liang. Silakan P4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Liang, Pempetisyen Tempat.
Silakan Cik Mak.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Mak Kuan Pan, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen keempat, Encik Liang. Rakan-rakan saya yang bijaksana yang mewakili pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
My Lord, the petitioner hails from Klang, Selangor. He is the only child of his proud parents, Mr. Lee Sian Pat and Madam Chu Lei Di, both of whom are watching the proceedings via YouTube at the moment. My Lord, I further understand that today is also the birthday of the petitioner, thereby making this day extra momentous for the petitioner as well as his family. While there is no denying the joy that siblings bring to your life, one cannot ignore the perks of not having any either. The petitioner shared with me that these include, amongst others, that he is always the favorite child in the family, seeing that he has no competition for that title. That being said, despite the undeniable perks of being the only child, that also meant that his parents' hopes and dreams were pinned on him alone. However, the petitioner is grateful that his parents never pressured him or forced him to pursue a professional career. It was not until that he took law in A-levels that he came to appreciate the nuances and intricacies of the law, which motivated him to pursue a career in law. And if I may add, this is much to the delight of his parents. The petitioner read law in Cardiff University and subsequently completed the bar professional training course in England and was called to the Bar of England and Wales as the Honourable Society of Middle Temple. Upon the completion of his bar studies, the petitioner returned to his homeland and completed his pupillage in Messrs. Adnan Sundra and Lau under the tutelage of his pupil master, Ms. Pua Lizin. During his pupillage, the petitioner was exposed to numerous complex commercial transactions from a variety of industries. Though his pupillage experience was
admittedly challenging, it was hugely rewarding, especially when the petitioner read about the transactions that he had assisted on in the news. Following the completion of his pupillage, the petitioner was offered a position within the Mergers and Acquisition Practice Group in the firm, for which the petitioner is grateful. On this auspicious day, the petitioner would like to extend his deepest gratitude to the following people. Firstly, the petitioner would like to express his utmost gratitude to his parents, Mr. Lee Sian Tak and Madam Chu Lei Lee. His parents' guidance and upbringing have shaped the petitioner into the person that he is today. In influencing him, guiding him, and in supporting him, the petitioner's father has always done whatever is necessary to propel the petitioner to the heights he never thought he would attain. The petitioner's mother is the biggest pillar of strength. She has always put the petitioner over and above anything, and making sure that the petitioner would always have the best of everything. Above all, the petitioner's parents have always taught him to be respectful, kind, and loving. For all this, the petitioner is forever indebted to his parents. The petitioner would also like to thank all his relatives who have showered him with endless love and support. Further, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to thank his pupil master, Ms. Hua Lizin, for her untiring guidance and support throughout his pupillage. The petitioner would also like to express his heartfelt gratitude towards his colleagues, fellow pupils, and all the staff in Messrs. Adnan Sundra and Lau for making his pupillage experience a memorable one. Special thanks go to his fellow seniors, Ms. Megan Ta, Mr. Tan Eden, and Ms. Alison Tay, for their kindness, encouragement, and patience in guiding the petitioner. Also to all his good friends from high school to university who have been there through the storms and sunshine. This journey would not be complete without them. The petitioner is ever thankful for their presence in life. Last but not least, the petitioner is grateful to be in the presence of his learned friends on this glorious day and wishes everyone all the best in their future endeavors. The petitioner is well aware that life in the legal profession is by no means a bed of roses. However, the petitioner believes by staying humble and working hard, along with the support of his learned friends, his legal career will be a successful and fulfilling one. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam Bela dan peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya bahawa semua surat cara pempetisyen adalah teratur dan tiada apa-apa bantahan daripada rakan-rakan saya yang bijaksana daripada pihak Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Saya dengan hormatnya memohon Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar pempetisyen Encik Lee Yang diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Lee Yang sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Lee Yang dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon kebenaran supaya pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tahniah dan selamat hari jadi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen kelima WA18144022021 Wan Yun Lin. Silakan P5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Wan Yunin, Pempetisyen kelima.
Persilakan Cik Anira.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Anira Joshni Chowdhury bagi Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen kelima bagi sesi ini, Wan Yun Lin. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
My Lord, if I may speak a few words to introduce the petitioner, Wan Yun Lin. The petitioner was born on the 13th of May 1994 and was raised in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. She is the first child of her proud parents, Mr. Wan Leng Wat and Madam Chok Swee Kim. The petitioner read law at Cardiff University and is a graduate of its class of 2015. The petitioner then started working as a company secretary in 2016 and obtained the Malaysian Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators Certificate in 2017. However, after 3 years of working experience as a company secretary, the petitioner, with the encouragement of her family and friends, decided to practice law. She then pursued and obtained her CLP at Brickfields Asia College, KL, in 2019. The petitioner commenced her pupillage in Mrs. Abdullah Chan and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend Ms. Yap Hui Lu, and during her time at Abdullah Chan and Co., the petitioner was exposed to the legal intricacies of corporate transactions under the guidance of her principal and other lawyers of the firm. My Lord, on this special day, the petitioner would like to thank a few people. First and foremost, the petitioner wishes to thank her parents and her 3 siblings for their unconditional love, encouragement, and financial support, without which she would not have been able to stand here proudly to be admitted to the Malaysian bar. No words can express how thankful the petitioner is to them for their sacrifices that nurtured the petitioner into the person she is today. Having completed the 9 months pupillage under her pupil master, Ms. Yap Hui Lu, the petitioner wishes to put on record her utmost gratitude and appreciation to her master for the pupillage experience, guidance, and opportunities at her practice, for which she says has been a privilege. The petitioner would also like to record her appreciation to Mr. Vincent Chan Siu On, the managing partner of the firm, for his guidance and invaluable advice in the matters she has assisted him with. To all her other colleagues at Abdullah Chan & Co., she thanks each and every one of them for the interesting and memorable ride throughout her pupillage journey. The petitioner would like to thank her close friends Li Li and Sin Li and her partner Pin Kang for their constant moral support in her journey of life, and especially more throughout her CLP studies and her pupillage journey, which was no easy feat. With this, my Lord, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the 3 bodies have no objections to this motion. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri mohon agar Pempetisyen kelima, Wan Yun Lin, diterima masuk dan didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi di Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak tiada bantahan dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Wan Yun Lin sebagai Peguam Cara, Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Wan Yun Lin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih, Arif. Dengan izin, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen diberi kebenaran untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen ke-6 WA 18146022021 Lim Zian Hui. Silakan P6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lim Zian Hui, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Persilakan Cik Olivia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Olivia Chin. Saya adalah peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen ke-6. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagian Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti mana yang telah pun diperkenalkan seperti tadi. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner, Lim Xian Hui, also fondly known to her friends as Adrienne. The petitioner was born on 30th August 1997 in Kuala Lumpur and is the youngest child of Mr. Lim Kok Keong and Madam Karen Tang, both of them who she believes are present with us this morning, albeit on the other end of the screen via YouTube live stream. Yang Arif, the petitioner's aspiration since she was a child was to become a doctor, not a lawyer, owing to the influence of her siblings whom she looks up to and also her parents. Hence, the petitioner chose to study science modules from secondary school in Sri KL Secondary School up to Cambridge A-levels in Taylor's College. The petitioner eventually came to realization that the profession of a doctor was not her dream. Instead, it was what she assumed would make her parents proud. That being said, much to her parents' dismay, the petitioner chose to read law in Taylor's University, Malaysia, upon completion of her Cambridge A-levels. Following which, the petitioner continued her undergraduate studies in Cardiff University, from which she graduated with first-class honours, and her BPTC, in which she received the grade of very competent. The petitioner commenced her pupillage at Mrs. Zaid Ibrahim & Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, her pupil master, Madam Joan Ting Pang Chung. During her pupillage, the petitioner was given the opportunity to explore various practice areas, but it was the Corporate Finance and Securities Department, or in short CFS, which sparked the petitioner's interest, owing to the exciting files, interesting clienteles, and not to forget her amazing colleagues. I'm happy to note that the petitioner was offered to join CFS following the completion of her pupillage, for which the petitioner is very grateful of. This shall mark a promising start to her legal career. Yang Arif, on this momentous day, the petitioner would like to seek the leave of this honourable court to express her deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to the people who have been instrumental in the petitioner's journey in pursuing her legal career. First and foremost, the petitioner wishes to express her utmost gratitude to her parents for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. No words can express how thankful the petitioner is to her parents for their love and sacrifices. The petitioner hopes that, notwithstanding she is now the first lawyer instead of a first doctor in the family, she has still made her parents proud of her achievements today. The petitioner is also grateful to her pupil master, Madam Joan Ting Pang Chung, for the opportunities and guidance throughout the petitioner's journey as a pupil. Madam Joan Ting's brilliance, success, and meticulousness as a lawyer is a source of inspiration to the petitioner, and she believes that all lawyers who know her master would share the same sentiment. The petitioner would also like to express her gratitude to her siblings, Matthew and Amelia. The petitioner adds that she would not be able to study as hard as she can if her siblings had not set the bar so high. Nonetheless, the petitioner is grateful that her siblings are her source of inspiration while growing up, and they had never ceased to love and care for her. Not to forget, the petitioner wished to thank all her colleagues, Mrs. Zaid Ibrahim & Co., who made the petitioner's first entrance into the legal industry all the more colourful. Without any particular order, the petitioner wishes to give her special thanks to Andriana, Li Wei, Shi Ai, and Zook for their kindness and guidance, without which the petitioner's pupillage would not have been as meaningful and rewarding. The petitioner's fond appreciation also goes to Mr. Alex Fan, who has accompanied the petitioner through her highs and lows, without which the petitioner would not have been able to persevere through her studies and pupillage. The petitioner also wished like to give her special thanks to her friends, Celine, Jia, Jaslyn, Jamie, and Roland for their companionship and comfort they have given her throughout her days in Cardiff University and her pupillage. Finally, the petitioner records appreciation for me to move her petition today. Yang Arif, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe all the petitioner's papers are all in order and that my learned friends from the AG's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the KL Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to this petitioner. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kepada Mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen ke-6 diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan oleh kerana semua kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Lim Zian Hui sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Lim Zian Hui dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Saya dengan ini memohon supaya pempetisyen ke-6 dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Tanya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen ke-7, pempetisyen terakhir, WA 18341-022020 Soh Mei Chi. P7 silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Soh Mei Chi, pempetisyen ke-7.
Dipersilakan Cik Sandosh Anandan. It's been a long while since you appeared before me.
Yes, my lord. It's been some time. My lord, if I may, I appear for, saya peguam pengusul bagi pempetisyen ke-7 Soh Mei Chi. Bersama-sama dengan saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana yang masing-masing mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor yang telah memperkenalkan diri sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
I'm obliged, my lord. My lord, the petitioner Soh Mei Chi was born in July of 1996 to Mr. Soh Seng Chai and Madam Tan Yok Ting, she being the eldest daughter in the family. Her early primary education was at SJKC Sing Nhan in Port Klang. Subsequently to that, my lord, she moved on to Hin Hua High School in Klang for her secondary education. The petitioner subsequently read law at the University of London external program at the Brickfields Asia College and graduated in year 2018. She passed her CLP exams in 2019 and thereafter she commenced her pupillage in Mr. Sia Balan Ravi and Company and read under the chambers of Mr. Ravi Chandran Subramaniam, where she was mainly exposed to general litigation matters. And on a side note, my lord, Ravi Chandran Subramaniam is also my master. My lord, the petitioner's father presently is retired, formerly a manager in the company, and the mother being a housewife. I've been informed that the petitioner was inspired to read law by her parents, among other things. And the hobbies, which I communicated with the petitioner, the hobbies of the petitioner outside the office are watching movies and reading. I would like to now move to the concerns of the petitioners, that she would like to offer her profound gratitude and appreciation to Go Ozon. The petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude and love towards her family, her parents, Mr. Soh and Madam Tan, her siblings Chi Xiang and Jiao Qi. The petitioner would not have achieved this milestone without the unconditional love, care, and endless support. They have always been the backbone for the petitioner. The petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to express gratitude towards her pupil master, Mr. Ravi, for giving her the opportunity to develop skills in terms of legal practice. It was truly a fruitful experience. The petitioner was also grateful to have the counsels Mr. Kane Rasu, Miss Shu Min, and Miss Elaine for their patience, guidance, and advice in the firm. The petitioner would also like to express her thanks to the partners and all the support staff in the firm for assisting her during her pupillage. Not to forget Adila and Arisha, her pupil comrades, for making the pupillage life less stressful and obviously more fun. My Lord, the petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to thank all her friends, the SGM family, Hua Ming, Jia Ming, for always being there for her throughout the difficult times. The petitioner would also like to express her gratitude towards her teachers, lecturers, and tutors who had supported and guided her throughout her journey. The petitioner is grateful to have all of them by her side. My Lord, I believe, my Lord, that as a young lawyer, the petitioner's beliefs are that she would like to uphold the rule of law, to be a responsible lawyer, and to help the needy, which is great attitudes. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and suitable person my Lord, in Malay, diterima, masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. I believe that all the course papers are in order, and my learned colleagues from the three bodies have no objections to this petition. In the circumstances, my Lord, I pray that the petitioner, So Mei Chi, be admitted and registered as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I'm obliged.
Dengan izinnya Arif, Peguam Negara tiada sebarang bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor juga tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini, dan juga oleh kerana kertas-kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk So Mei Chi sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama So Mei Chi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
I'm obliged, my Lord. I pray, my Lord, that the petitioner be allowed to robe herself.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ania.
Terima kasih kepada semua wakil jabatan dan pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen. Dengan ini saya menjemput Yang Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih. Puan Izni Elina binti Zainal, Pendengaran Persekutuan yang mewakili Tan Sri Peguam Negara. Cik Skandar Putra bin Ishak, wakil daripada Bank Malaysia, dan Puan Kasturi anak perempuan Krishnan, wakil daripada Jawatan Kuasa Kuala Lumpur dan juga Selangor, serta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dapat mengikuti sidang ini dari dalam talian. Mahkamah ini juga mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Pupil Master, Mover, ibu bapa dan keluarga dan rakan-rakan pempetisyen yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk menghadiri pendengaran secara talian pada pagi ini. Izinkan saya memberikan sedikit ucapan kepada peguam-peguam baharu kita yang telah diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara sebentar tadi. Sekali lagi saya mengucapkan tahniah kepada Encik Ku Zong Ling, Encik Vun Jiarok, Encik Ho Chan Chon, Encik Li Yang Cik Wan Yun Ling, Cik Lim Zianhui dan Cik So Mei Chi setelah diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Alangkah sayangnya kita tidak dapat bersidang secara fizikal kerana ini merupakan satu prosiding yang sangat simbolik bagi peguam-peguam baharu, terutamanya apabila telah disarungkan dengan jubah tersebut. Di sebalik simboliknya, tersirat 1001 tanggungjawab yang akan dipikul oleh tuan-tuan dan puan-puan dalam memelihara martabat profesion ini dan menegakkan keadilan. Saya telah melihat ramai peguam yang telah berhujah dan membentangkan kes mereka di hadapan saya. Sebagai seorang hakim, saya biasanya tahu sama ada seorang peguam itu bersedia atau tidak, atau membuat penyelidikan atau tidak sebelum memasuki mahkamah. Seperti mana yang mereka selalu katakan, the body language always shows. I believe to be a good lawyer, one should read extensively and continuously. It is only by reading that you will gain knowledge and hone your drafting skills. The legal profession banks on documentation. Agreements have to be drafted diligently by legal advisors to avoid any issues in the future. In the event the problem arises, then lawyers will litigate the matter in court. This goes to show that the initial drafting of agreement is very crucial. Of course, a lawyer must also have good advocacy skills to put forth your points. This would come hand in hand with your research skills and time management. The job as a lawyer is hectic. That I know. Everyone has the same 24 hours a day. Balance your work with leisure to engage with your loved ones and take care of your physical and mental health. I would also like to take the opportunity to urge you to engage with pro bono services, such as join the Legal Aid Foundation or YBGK, volunteer yourself and gain experience, which includes the LAC and the Bar Council. The time has come for you to give back to the society. Experiences are invaluable and one should never stay put in your comfort zone. Venture into new and emerging area of law, such as cybersecurity, that includes the usage of artificial intelligence, AI, IP, and also health law. The law is fluid and is always changing. Lawyers and judges alike must keep up with the change. Keep yourself abreast with the latest development in law so that you will not be outdated and quoting overruled laws. Know your laws, especially the relevant ones like evidence, civil and criminal procedures. Take notice of international laws as well because they are relevant during this time when big data has come into play and personal data is widely given out at large. If there is any simple advice that I can probably share with you, it is in this one word: observe. Observe how a senior counsel cross-examines an investigating officer. Observe how a medical legal counsel challenges the expert report of a cardiac surgeon. Use their lingo to impress on them that you too know their profession. For example, know the difference between a myocardial infarction and a simple angina pectoris, and make sure you ask the right questions. Avoid asking open-ended questions during cross-examination because you will never know what the answer will be. When you deal with a witness in open court, avoid witness bashing at all costs. Doing that may serve your ego, but it does not do good. It does not do your client any good. In dealing with an expert witness, for example, make him or her feels comfortable. A surgeon is addressed to as a Mr. and the general practitioner is addressed to as a doctor. Observe the DPPs and the SFCs in action too, since they are very good in their own respective fields. Always be humble because it is your attitude that will bring you far in your career. Stay true to yourself and hold on to your principles. Always be guided by your conscience and keep a positive mindset. While it seems like there are a lot for you to take in at the moment, believe me, you will manage well. The initial road might be bumpy, but a smooth sailing ahead is assured. Believe in yourself. You have gotten this far. Do not give up halfway because success is the fruits of hard work and sacrifice. Go forth and explore this legal profession. Don't settle for less because the sky is the limit. Today you are a junior associate. Tomorrow you should aspire to be a partner of a firm. a state legal advisor, a senior DPP, SFC, or even a judge. Kepada ahli-ahli keluarga dan rakan-rakan Pempetisyen yang mengikuti prosiding ini dari jauh dan dekat di dalam talian, hari ini adalah hari menyambut kejayaan mereka. Raihkanlah kejayaan mereka. Marilah kita sama-sama mengucapkan tahniah atas kejayaan ini dan cara yang sesuai dengan SOP yang sedia ada. Apa juga pilihan puan-puan selepas ini, Mahkamah mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat maju jaya dan di dalam karier pilihan puan-puan yang amat dihormati. Sekali lagi, Mahkamah mengucapkan all the best and wherever you are, always stay safe. Thank you.
Terima kasih Arif Dato'. Diminta tuan-puan kekal di video masing-masing